Gosh, this is so exciting. Everybody in the building has been buzzing. Have you really got Prue Leith on? Is Prue Leith really coming in? Is she really? Let's check if she really is. And here you are. I'm so delighted to see you. It's wonderful to have you here, especially as the headline about you in the paper at the weekend, Prue Leith, I haven't got much time left. I phoned my producer like, oh my God, is she okay? What's happening?
Oh, no, nothing's happening. I just mean that I want to live life to the full because, look, I'm 85. Of course, I haven't got much time left. But I know I'm not, there's nothing wrong with me.
Good. But when you say want to live life to the full, I mean, I've just given a list of your stellar achievements. You're not exactly sitting there putting your feet up or just growing prize marrows, are you?
No, but I suppose what's really changed in the last couple of years is my feeling that I want to have more time to travel and to see my grandkids and all that stuff, really selfish things. Whereas usually I'm all the stuff I'm doing is because I enjoy work and I enjoy writing and it's always because I like it. I'm not a martyr to, but I just thought I'll do things that if I don't do them now, I won't be able to do them. Like,
what are the things that you would like to do top of your list?
I mean, this year, for example, for the first time, I had a holiday during the summer because for 8 years I've been filming Bake Off all summer. So I said to the producers, I think I'd better stop because I need to have a summer holiday. I want to go and visit Turkmenistan and Afghanistan, which of course you can't go to Afghanistan now, but I'd love to go to all of those countries, the stands, which I've never been to.
All the stands.
All the stands. Yeah. And so this summer, so I decided, well, I won't do Celebrity Bake Off because that will give me a month when I can go travelling. So my husband and I went to Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan, and that was fantastic. It was the best holiday I've ever had.
What was so great about it?
Well, it was so foreign. It was so wonderful.
Right.
You know, I grew up almost with the idea that Europe was the centre of the world. It was either Rome or Paris or London or something. But actually, for centuries and centuries, Jerusalem or
Istanbul
were the centre of the world.
Cairo. Yeah, lots of other centres of the world.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I mean, what strikes me reading about you before meeting you is it seems as if you are still ambitious. You know, you're a novelist. You're slightly miffed that your cookery books sell better than your novels do. I mean, you've taken on a trilogy. You've achieved so much, and yet you seem to be both hungry and thirsty for more of almost everything. More to see more of the world, do more.
Vanessa, when I wrote my autobiography, which was finally called I'll Do Anything Once, which is a slight misnomer because I do anything twice or three times, but anyhow. But it had to be called that because I wanted to call it Relish. And when it was first published in England, it was called Relish. But when it was published in America, they said relish means that stuff you put on a burger.
Oh, sure.
And
like a chutney.
You can't call it relish. So, but the reason I wanted to was because that is me. I just relish stuff. And at first I thought I'll call it greed because I'm greedy for everything, greedy for food, obviously, and for life and for travel and I just always want everything. I find it really difficult to say no. That's one of the problems.
Tell me about whether you are the same person now at 85 that you were at 15, 25, 45, 65, or whether you morph into what I think most people think happens, which is an old, elderly, wise, sagacious person in their dotage, becoming an elderly person rather than the person that you always were.
No, I don't feel any different. The only thing that is a bit different is that I don't care so much about what people think anymore.
Did you care before?
Yes.
Because you strike me as someone who really, you have headed so many different organisations and businesses. And I mean, I remember when you were in charge of all the food on British Rail and, you were going to reinvent the British Rail breakfast and the sandwich. And, your name is always somewhere very prominent. You didn't strike me as somebody who cares very much what people think.
Well, I think I did care more. And now it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter too much. I mean, I think I've always been, one of the reasons, I suppose, is that I'm quite vain. I like the limelight. Most of the sort of celebrity people I know, they shy away from it. They want to sit in a corner of a restaurant, not where they will be seen, and all the rest of it. I absolutely love it when people come along and say, "Can I have a selfie?" I feel so flattered that this nice woman here.
Terribly un-British, isn't it? You're meant to, even if you're very famous and a very easily recognised face and name, pretend at least that you don't give a fig for such things and you're just a humble person and really would not like to attract any attention. That is a very British thing. And of course, you weren't born in this country and you don't have to do that stuff, do you?
African. Yeah. I think there's something in that I am South African, and maybe I'm insensitive. I absolutely understand that I maybe don't catch the sensitivities of what you're supposed to think and what you're not supposed to think and how to behave. I've never really known quite how you're meant to behave. But I think I am still the same person I've always been, sort of greedy, gregarious, energetic.
Limelight loving. Just tell me
limelight loving.
What it is like when people say, oh, isn't that Prue Leith? Oh my God, that's Prue. Or can I have my picture with you, a selfie with you, an autograph? How do you feel?
I love it.
You love it?
Of course
what do you love about it?
I love it. Well, I just love the attention, I'm like, it's like a poodle getting patted on the head. It feels nice. But I'll tell you what, I know, the reason I know that I'm addicted to it in a way is that I have this little program now on Saturday mornings called the Cotswold Kitchen. And in order to, because it's filmed in our house, I thought we really ought to include my husband because, if you have a film crew in your house for 2 weeks and that you're tripping over cables and kit, it could be quite irritating. So I thought if he's part of it, he won't mind. So anyhow, I said, and he's always up for anything. So he's now part of the show, and he's become a huge success. And he's delightful and funny and very good at it and an absolute natural. So he does all sorts of things in the show. And the other day we're in the Co-op, and we're at the checkout, and the checkout girl saw John, and she said, "Oh, you're the man from the Cotswold Kitchen. I absolutely love you. You are so funny." And she's in her face, and she's, just adoring him. Yeah. And I'm standing there packing the bags and thinking, don't even recognise him.
Yeah, what am I, chopped liver? I'm Prue Leith. Hey, oi, wait a minute. Well, I'm the famous one. Me, more of me.